Andrew Tate say he's going to launch a coin, but I'm going to show you in this video how you can front run him. It means buying even before him so you can make a 100x. And I will show you how as well. He's telling complete lies. And when you know that what I'm talking about, it's working because I showed you his address on June 7 at 6 p.m. And if you were subscribed to Handsome Finance and clicked on the notification bell, you knew I found his address and then what he was buying. Well, RNT did a 30x. So that could have been pocket for you. You put $100, you would have made $3,000 and more dollars. You put $1,000, you were at 30K. 10K, you would not have made that much. Because I'm going to explain you and show you by data what he's saying on Twitter is a complete lie. And you will learn how you can be the first buying his coin without even joining his course. Hi, by the way, welcome to Handsome Finance, where we study what's happening on chain because the blockchain is an open ledger so we can see all the transactions, who made money, who lost money, follow the smart money, and make even more money, and also find the dumb money that is lying to us. To guys like me who know how to use the blockchain. So don't forget to pour down your little matcha. I'm unlucky today. It's a coffee, but let's get to it. I kind of want to start by the lies of Andrew Tate so you will be able to understand what is on-chain analysis and why it's so important. So here he's saying that on RNT, people are sending him screenshot of making 400K, 500K, and $2 million in profit. Now, this is whole fabricated information. The goal is to make you feel like, oh, it should have been me. Because the blockchain is an open ledger. As I said, we can see all the transactions, who made money, who lost money. So there's an easy functionality. When you go on Dex Screener, for example, you click on the top traders. And here I can see how much money was made. And this guy made $1 million. But look, he bought for $88 million and sold $88 million. I'm going to explain you what kind of addresses is that, because that's not a lost guy in Bangladesh. And we can see that actually everyone who made a lot of money, they were bots, except maybe this one. But that's 370K, and still, this is a bot. This is not a humanly made transaction. So actually, none of the people from Andrew Tate almost made money. It's bots because, well, first, we know that his audience is not that rich. But also, we know that what he's saying is complete lies. You can't make this thing up. Like, okay, we made $20 million off. Tate, happy to share 50% with you. And they reply. They post a screenshot like that. Okay. Explain me how you can make 20 millions of coins that have less than $1 million in liquidity. Yes, because this is a liquidity pool. So we have two tokens, some RNT token and some SOL token. To be able to buy some RNT, I bring some SOL. And if I want to sell to make some money back, I bring my RNT and take the SOL back. But there's nothing in it. The maximum you could ever make is $1.1 million, but that means that you sell a lot more than that. It means that, for example, you will need more than $10 million in this token to be able to sell. So it's like saying, I went at the supermarket and I bought 1,000 bags of crisp. That's not possible. They only have 10 per day. You will know that the guy is lying. So I knew he's lying. And there is another lie that he just said here. For me, it's so funny because this is LARPing 2024 new style. Like, I saw those guys who knew how the blockchain work and how nerds like me can find those information. But I'm going to keep it for later because I want to teach you how you can find his coin when he's going to launch it and make 100x from it. The first solution would be to pay him. You join the War Room or the Hustler University or whatever it's called right now. But the problem is in those community, even you're going to buy, maybe other people are going to sell on you. So there's going to be jits in it. I mean, it's kind of the culture of it. If you don't understand and think that really a guy from Bangladesh made $2 million when it's just a fabricated story, when we say, hey, my brother Tristan, so you pretend you don't like crypto and you're annoyed. Like this is going to create more engagement and they like that. They don't know what's happening. This is Netflix 2.0. When they launch their coin, you still don't know if you're going to be the first. And I want to be the first. So it's not about when they post, because when they post on Discord or whatever platform they use, you're not the first. The first is the one who is as close to what's happening on the blockchain, and I will show you how to do this. The second way you can be early on it is with the social, because Andrew Tate is going to post it. So one thing you could do is just by doing it manually, you set up a notification on his profile, you click the notification bell, and like this, you will know as fast as he posts something. That's one way. The second way that I'm going to prefer is with bots. And this bot, when I'm following different influencers, it tells me right away who they start following and if there's a token next to it so I can buy it. For example, I can know that Ansem, which is the main influence on Solana, he started to follow again what looks like an OnlyFans girls, and I could buy directly the token. Like this, if Andrew Tate starts to follow a new profile, they create a new profile for their coin, we will be the first one to know automatically. This is not public yet, but this is available for everyone in the investors boardroom because we are not just a community of guys just tippy-tapping on their keyboard. We build a lot of stuff together. So that's going to be a smart way to do it. But my favorite way to do it is by doing it on chain. Why? Because the blockchain, again, is an open ledger, so we can see all the transactions, right? So that's the way that I showed you on that video who was buying what. And for example, that's how I can show you and prove you that the people who made, for example, $1 million here, they were just bots. It means they're buying the token when they see a lot of people are buying it because Andrew Tate is posting it, and they are making all their money on the back of the people following Andrew Tate and not subscribe to Handsome Finance because they don't know how it works. You can see right away that this is more than what a human could do of transaction in a minute. And this guy, for example, bought this token, and you will see that he's selling it at the same time. So what they do is they see, okay, a lot of people are trying to buy this token. So let me be the first because I have a better infrastructure. I buy everything. And like this, the price of the token goes up and your transaction arrives because you're slower, and then you're buying it higher. And then on top of the same thing, on the same block, they will sell everything. So they dump on you. This is annoying, but this is how it works, and that's why nerds are rewarded on the blockchain. I'm sorry, you're going to hate that, Tate. I don't have anything against you. It's just, if you post stuff, I know it's for fun. I know you're having fun, but I'm just here to show what's true and what's not, because that's my nerdy thing. I can know all that. To show you the power of on-chain, let's show this one where they say they've been paid $15 million to chill a coin, which I believe is a complete lie because even their own coin, they managed to go just at $120 million. This one, it's not that much, which shows that actually I thought the power of Andrew Tate bringing to the market will be much bigger, but we see like Dogwe Hat is at $3 billion, Pepe $5 billion. Even Popcat did better, like, and Ponke, a monkey like that, went higher. So there is a limitation about not only who follow you, the number of people in the attention, but also we have to evaluate what is the quality of this attention. And how do we measure the quality of the attention on the blockchain? Is just by the size of the wallet. And that's why people with a lot of money are going to trade on Ethereum. And now you might be wondering, but how do I trade faster, Antoine, to avoid to get sandwiched? Well, you use a trading bot, for example, Base Trading that we developed, that lets you trade on Ethereum and on Base Chain, which is going to make you a lot faster. And Solana is coming, so you should try it out now because you're going to be able to buy and sell in an instant here, right away, and be faster than manual traders. Plus, you're going to have automatic take profit, sell limits. You can even do DCA, so you can do the volume bot like we saw just before. But for sure, you don't want to be LARPing. So we know that a lot more money is going to be on Ethereum because developers get paid a lot and they got to make something with their money. So now let's study this message. Of course, we hide the name. We hide everything, every information. So they did a mistake here. I'm sorry for that, Andrew Tate, but if you want to hide the address, I hide the full address. And there is no point to hide the address because what's there? We don't care. It's a public address. So you could have just not hide it. But it's sort of like, if I hide it, people are not going to find it. I have nothing else to do in my life. The first thing you could see here that is a lie, we have a proof of fund and I had sent you a test transaction to prove custody and we will pay in advance. But Andrew Tate, what he shared publicly was his Solana address. And you can see it doesn't start the same way because Solana address and Ethereum-based chain addresses are completely different. So unless this person had an address from Andrew Tate, which is not possible, you will understand why when we go on the on-chain place to be able to be the first one to get the 100x. I looked up this address and the last transaction is more than 2 weeks ago and there's no money on it. It's nothing. However, we can check on other chain maybe. But the thing is, this address seems to be something that was used for payment. Like when I check the history of transaction, it's like we received 2,000 USDT, we send it back 10,000. It's an address that was used to transfer funds. So maybe this is even an address that is owned by Andrew Tate and his team. I'm trying to contain myself, but this is a complete lie. There's no money on it. So he's hiding everything, but that's probably just the guy sitting next to him. I don't know. Or this is totally fake. But why someone totally fake just send him something on Telegram and find his Telegram? In the world of blockchain, this is what we call LARPing. You're playing live action role-playing game. You pretend you're having a life that you don't have. So we know firsthand that nobody made $2 million. There was no guy in Bangladesh, unless it's the guy they paid to send him messages. And the people who made money mostly were bots. And that's about it. Like, I mean, you can see, unless those guys bought like very early, that's nice. That's a good profit, 200K. But it's nowhere near what's happening. Another information that's going to be important is that we know that Andrew Tate start to be on base with Roost. So once you have that, you can use the bot that I would put the link in the description to copy trade automatically when Andrew Tate is buying something or selling something, with of course automatic take profit and everything. Now let's go for the on-chain part. So we have two things, his address and his friends to copy trade. We have different type of addresses for Andrew Tate. The way you can get his address is either by searching the blockchain, what he bought before, what he sold. So we have few informations, right? And I did actually a video about how I find Andrew Tate's wallet a while ago. And this is actually my most viewed video. So I know that I owe a lot to Andrew Tate because of him. I make tons of views and I sell membership. So I don't have anything bad against the guy. I'm just showing you what's on chain. You like me, you don't like me. I'm showing you the truth. It's the same when a guy was accusing me of trying to steal his girlfriend. Like I had to try. And I showed him the proof after. And then he would not believe it. He said, no, you're lying, man. You're just a liar. You're just lying. It's like, that's the message she sent me. Like, what you don't understand behind that? And in the end, he said, oh, actually, you're a nice guy, Antoine. It's pretty hard to hate you. I said, I know. I've been trying to hate myself for like 31 years and I still can't. With his friends, we're going to connect a lot with the social one where we have it in automatic because we can follow also the friends of Andrew Tate to see what's happening. So the people who work with him, who they start to follow and everything, that's going to give us information. But the best is going to be with War Room customer addresses and with his own addresses. So I say I have a full video where I show the addresses of Andrew Tate and how I find it. Now, if you want to find the address of Andrew Tate, you just pretend you want to join the War Room. You're going to talk to someone on the chat in Bangladesh and you just pretend that you have money because anyway, they don't know how to verify their own stuff. So they're not going to be able to verify your stuff. You just say like, oh yeah, I think Andrew Tate is so cool and I resonate with it. Don't flood the support though. He's going to be mad at me. And then you copy trade the right one. So like this, instead of paying 7K, well, you just enter the wallet address and then you will copy trade when they buy or sell something. This is actually something that we are doing in the investors boardroom. This is one of the addresses that they use. And we are trying to collect more addresses and to dispatch everything. But it's going to take a bit more time. And you can use this tool, for example, Arcam, that is free, or anything, honestly, that lets you read the book of the blockchain. So a lot of broke people are sending him money. And that's where I think the real 100x is. Tate is going to sell a lot more membership. So do I. And then his audience is actually not really rich. But dev on Ethereum are a lot more loaded. I mean, we see it. Pepe is the one with $6 billion market cap. This is not going to be what Andrew Tate reached, I believe. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but we will see. Maybe this is just a fade. And we can see that his friend, or I don't know if they're still friends, Dan Bilzerian, whatever you pronounce the name, said he's going to launch his meme coin. It's going to be funny because I launched meme coins before those guys with knowing what is a meme coin. And I know they want to copy me. They saw Antoine is doing everything right. Look at that. He launched meme coins live. Tons of people tuning in. They reached $2 million market cap. We should do the same. And I understand they want to copy me. I would copy myself too if I could. So be sure to start trading as well on Base to understand what's going on, how it's working. So you're ready for when Andrew Tate launched his coin. But in my own opinion, you could just make money here. There is like already, look at that. This one did plus 300%, this one plus 6,000%. Because you don't need to wait for Andrew Tate to create something to make money where everyone is going to compete on each other like that, where the winners are going to be the bots. If he launches on Solana, for sure, it's going to be the bots. Unless he calls me and I tell him how he can protect himself from the bots. They are the ones who's going to make money. And even his audience, I'm sorry, but when you make a launch, the bots will be faster than anyone else. That's why I use bots. Is it fair? Is it not? You can use the comments. If you want to understand what's working behind this strategy, you should check out this video. But one thing you should not forget, it's not LARPing. LARPing is not good. You can't pretend to me that you went with this girl or not, and then I find out that it's not true. I just don't like this behavior. Now you can invent some stories if you want, but be sure to remove all the clues because Detective Handsome is here. And that's why you should not forget one thing. Stay handsome. Ciao.